Hi, it's the second week into the new year now. I hope you've all had a good week. Quite a few floods around the UK. I've seen some of your allotments are underwater, so I hope that clears up pretty soon. But I think we're in for a cold spell now, so probably going to get a little bit of frost. I started out this week with some quite big plans. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but unfortunately, it hasn't turned out that way. Now, Christmas was lovely. Got some nice gifts for Christmas, but I got one gift before Christmas that I really am looking forward to using, and I'm just going to show you. Now, it might not look very exciting, but I had some tips from a couple of people that have subscribed. I think it was Ali in Canada and possibly Nick in the UK. Recommended when I did my raised beds that I reinforced the sides with some wooden stakes. So my husband's colleague and friend Mike, he's so lovely. He has made 32 wooden stakes for me. I don't know if you can see that, but he's like sharpened them all off at the ends. And the plan was I was going to go up to the allotment, get all the holes drilled, and just put these in all the way around my beds and sort of so they'd be stuck into the ground and it would reinforce the sides so they wouldn't bow out. Um, but my week hasn't quite worked out that way. I haven't been able to get up there this week for two reasons. One good, one not so good. We haven't been on holiday for like 4.5 years, and we certainly haven't been on holiday, myself and Nick, without the boys since, gosh, probably about 24 years since we had a holiday on our own. So we booked this last minute holiday. We went to Morocco and it was amazing, beautiful. I brought you back some sunshine. I'm going to share a little bit of sunshine at the end. So we've had a fabulous week in Morocco. Weather was gorgeous. It's been around between 20 and 25 degrees, so it's not hot, certainly not enough to get sweaty, but it's just beautiful, beautiful weather over there. It's a phenomenal place. We went to Marrakesh, had a great time, but all my plans of getting up on the allotment and reinforcing my beds went to pot because on the flight home, I won't go into details, but the morning we woke up for the flight home, I've picked up a virus. Really not very well at all. It was first world problem. I can't moan, but it was quite an anxiety-inducing trip home, and I'm glad I'm here. Anyhow, it means I haven't been able to get up to the allotment, so these are going to have to wait for a couple more days at least until my day off in the week, and hopefully I will be able to reinforce the bed. So I want to say thank you to the people that recommended it, and thank you to Mike for did this in your own time, created this, all these little wooden stakes. Anyway, if I lose my day job, I could always be a vampire slayer. I've got enough ammo. Anyhow, what I have been doing is sitting in some really gorgeous gardens, reading. The Moroccan gardens are beautiful. They're laid out in a grid pattern, lots of courtyards, and where the paths in the courtyards meet, you've got water features in the middle, and it's surrounded by orange trees and lemon trees. It's really beautiful and really tranquil. So I'm going to share a little snip of that in a minute. But no, I haven't really done much, but I am going to post every week because this is my little video diary of where we're at and what progress we've made. Even if I haven't been able to make much progress, I am going to share it. Anyhow, the one thing that has happened is some of my snapdragons are coming up, so I'm going to show you those.
So last week I planted some seeds ready for the summer, and the two things I chose were these white snapdragons here, and the other one, bring it into a more natural light, was a sort of more colourful packet here. Anyway, I planted them last week, but because the light is so poor, I've set them up like this. So they're on a heat mat, and I've got these grow lights that I bought last year for my cosmos. And I'm a bit confused about the science behind this because in some things I've read that you use blue light for seedlings, and in others I've read that you use red. So please, if you know the difference, put it in the comments below because I'm just winging it. Now with this set, it's quite nice. You can change the colour, so you can cycle through different colours. So that's with both red and green, red and blue, and I've just stuck it on that because I really don't know the difference. Anyhow, there's a timer as well, so I've been putting it on for as long as possible. And yeah, it's been 1 week, and here is what's happened. Now, one of my boys, the one whose room we're in right now, he's a drummer, and it's quite handy having a drummer because when you've got something exciting to announce, I've got a drum roll bang on cue, but he's not here today anyhow. this is what we've got. Brace yourselves, it's going to blow you away. There. Can you see? Little tiny seedlings have started to come up, so that's positive. They obviously look a bit funny under this strange coloured light, but they're coming up, so that's a little promise of summer to come. You can see those ones, look at that. I sewed them way too close, but they were tiny. I'll switch the light off and just see if they look a better colour. Hang on. That's better. So you can see, clump them way too close together there. But anyway, some of them are coming up, so that's promising. These are the little white ones. Now, these are the colourful ones, double Madam Butterfly. And some of those are coming up as well. They're not quite as, they haven't popped up quite as readily as the white ones. But it's only been 1 week. Anyhow. There you go, some promise of spring to come. So 2 other little things I just wanted to share with you. As you know, I'm a bit obsessed with flowers rather than fruit and veg, and that is my rose cuttings that I took. So I took these back in September, October. I've got 2 gorgeous climbers and I really wanted to take them up to the allotment with me. So I've taken 1 pink, 1 white. Before we went away, I covered them up because of the frost, so I just want to see how they're doing. So I've kept them covered with this old sheet. We'd put it on just before we went on holiday because the weather was getting a bit cold. Anyway, I don't know which is which. One's pink, one's white, both really highly scented. This one's got some new leaves, look, so I think that one's hopefully put down some roots. And there's a little new shoot on that one. And at the side there, so I think these have done okay. So anyhow, I'm going to keep those covered while we've got this little cold spell. Yeah. The only other thing I've got going on really, I took some cuttings. This is from a Verbena bonariensis that I grew from seed last year using those lights that the snapdragons are under at the moment. And out of all the ones I sowed, I probably got about 5. And a couple of weeks ago I thought I'd better take some cuttings because they don't do well in frost and my garden is north facing. So I've taken these 2. They both seem to be doing really well. The butterflies and the bees, the sheer amount I got last year on those plants, absolutely gorgeous. So I thought if I put some of those up on the allotment, hopefully it's going to attract all the little pollinators. I've got to admit, I do keep focusing on flowers. Sorry. So I haven't got a huge amount to share with you this week, mainly because of absence and illness. There's not a lot going on, but I'm happy to say my seed's doing well, my cuttings are doing really well, and that's all I've got this week. But I am going to leave you with a little bit of sunshine as promised. I hope you enjoy it. I certainly did. Well, not much for my little video diary this week. Hopefully more will come next week. I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, and if you'd like to subscribe, please do. I really enjoy everyone's feedback. Bye, have a good week.